Alright, so let's clean this gar the end hood way. Now imagine this gar is really big. This one's only about 31 inches. First thing I do is I put a nail, a framing nail, right through its head, like right back behind its head plate, right into a board. This is so it doesn't move on me. Now I take a butcher knife and right behind the head plate, right above the spine, I'm making an incision. There we go. And then I take a pair of tin snips and I making an incision right down in front of the gill plate. And I do the same thing on the other side. Alright, the next thing I do is I take the tin snips and right on top of the spine I cut the shell just right through the skin. Don't want to cut too deep. Right above the spine. Alright, now that I'm at the dorsal fin, this is what I do. I cut around it on each side. And when I get to the tail, I do the same thing that I did with up at the front. I make an incision down on each side of the tail. Alright, now I'm ready for my next step. Now this part is kind of tricky. You need a small filleting knife with you. I have a paring knife, any little sharp knife. Now what I'm doing is I'm just pulling the skin apart, opening the shell is what I say, and exposing the flesh. But you might need this knife because sometimes you have to cut through bits of sinew to make it easier. Now what I like about my method the most is if this was a female, I don't have to deal with the roe at all. The roe is toxic to humans and animals. I never deal with the guts. I just open it up. Alright, I got the shell open and I'm ready to fillet it. This is a perfect size gar for eating. Now I'm just going to cut just like you do any fillet, right above the spine, right down the ribs. At this size, you don't even have to worry about processing them, putting them through the food processor. That's what we do with our big gar. We make gar patties and gar balls. I love me some gar balls. But anyway, this meat should be tender. It helps to marinate it a little bit. This is Max's fish. This is his first gar. I'm going to take some of this and he's going to take the other bit. We're going to half this fish. As you can see, pretty good fillet right off the bat. Alright, you see how I'm just cutting right along the rib bones. Now when you get to the bottom of them, you don't want to cut into the belly. You want to be real careful. Hold that fillet with your hand and don't cut your fingers off. And there we go. Almost got that fillet off. Now I'm leaving a little bit down there, right here, because I always think that at the bottom on these fish is where all the stuff that you don't want to put in your body is. See, I cut right at the end of each rib. And look at that fillet that I got. It's nice. I got another one just like it on the other side. Alright, thanks for watching my video. Watch the next one.